Prince, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Tom Petty, Heath Ledger. What do you think these people have in common? They all died from an opioid overdose. Their deaths made the headlines, but not all opioid deaths do. There are just too many. Every day in Ontario, 4 people die from an opioid overdose. People like David and Teslin, Greg's wife, and Carl and Leslie's beloved son. You see, what makes opioids so different from other dangerous, addictive drugs is that it's often prescribed by a doctor, often a family doctor like me. 15 years ago, family doctors were told that we were under-treating pain, that prescribing opioids was safe, but we now know that's not true. 30% of opioid overdoses usually involve a prescription drug. So we know we need to do better. We want to help our patients get off opioids, but it's hard, in part because our patients have become physically dependent, and stopping the medication suddenly can actually be dangerous. I want to help us become the first family practice in Canada to be able to reduce the high-risk prescribing of opioid medications. We're going to develop and test an approach to do things differently to keep our patients safe. The problem right now is that our approach to opioids is often reactive. It's often one patient at a time, and it often relies on the doctor to identify that there needs to be a change, and that doctor then has to bring that up during an already busy appointment. Our new approach will be proactive. We'll use our electronic medical record to identify patients who are at high risk of an overdose and intervene before there's a problem. We'll consider all 45,000 patients in our family health team. Our family health team is actually located in the geographic heart of the opioid crisis. Our clinics are located in the area with the highest rates of opioid overdose. Our intervention will be pharmacist-led by the people who know the most about drugs, and pharmacists will work together with physicians, social workers, and addictions counselors to help support people get the help they need. Some of the funds we receive will go towards the solution itself. It'll help support changing the way that we work. But a lot of the funds will actually go towards validating our solution, to understand what works and why, so we can refine it and maximize impact. Validation for us is a critical step towards scale-up. With $100,000, we'll be able to spread our solution to 5 family health teams in the Greater Toronto Area. Right now in Ontario, there are 1.9 million people who are receiving an opioid prescription. Our solution at scale will reduce their risk of death. We can do that with your support.
What are you actually pitching?
We don't have an app. We don't have a website or a new technology. What we're doing is trying to actually change the way people work. Opioid prescribing is a complex human problem. We've got patients on the one hand who often have very complex lives. On the other hand, you have doctors who are kind of pretty used to doing the same thing in the same way all the time.
It's a noble cause.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.